crazy when I say that, bro.
Oh, bro.
You feel
Bro.
me? But like, nah,
Bro.
that dude is
Bro.
really like, bro. I be telling people, bro, like short but sweet. I'm telling y'all, bro. He's out rapping your favorite rapper.
Oh,
which
easy.
right? Is this one? He's out rapping your favorite rapper.
Yo, we back. Goodness gracious, we are back. Welcome to Coolin. This is AC Noel, and I have one of my favorite artists with me. But not only one of my favorite artists, one of my favorite people in the world, bro. Like he's incredibly amazing, incredibly talented, also very, very, very genuine. Brother, you can go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's good people? It's your boy Chuck Indigo, man. How y'all doing, everybody? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God,
Man,
appreciate you having me.
Bro, I appreciate you being here, man. It's a pleasure to have you here on one accord, man.
Yes, sir.
How's everything going? First
Man,
of all,
it's going, bro. It's good, man. I'm blessed overall. You feel me? Doing some growing.
mm-hmm.
You feel me? Doing some soul searching, so to speak. But I'm good though. Like the family good. My daughter's doing well. My wife's doing well. So everything good, man.
That's wonderful, man. It's always, especially as Black men, man. We got to do better at like checking on each other's health. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
Mental health, especially because there's so many different microaggressions and stuff we deal with daily.
Yeah.
That we don't take into account because we're so used to taking it on the chin.
Yeah.
We realize that nobody's gonna save us. So, you know, I commend you for being able to handle things with such poise. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, even though just speaking on that though, just like shit, I feel like checking is cool, but you feel what I'm saying? Like you got to be like open enough and transparent enough, vulnerable enough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To at least just I don't know, like be honest, you know what I'm saying? In that moment when somebody asks you, like, you feel me, how you doing, bro? Like letting them know, like, man, you know what? Pray for me, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's all right.
Yeah, man. And it actually translates through your music, man.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get started on making music?
Man, it started originally like honestly, well, as far as getting into music in general, church, like, you know what I'm saying, singing in choir, started playing the drums when I was about 11 in church.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like the backup drummer, but yeah, started playing in church, and then school, like middle school, 5th grade, was playing like the saxophone and stuff like it, and I got into that, and then as time went on, I guess like the actual like creating, you know, making words rhyme and the poetry aspect of it, that came around my like junior year in high school. I was in something called SEAL Team, and it was like a sex education course or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we basically would just use the arts to teach kids about sex education and stuff like it. And so that's kind of where I like got introduced to spoken word. With actually Black Sun was like the person who like inspired me, like put that like got that spark in me.
Shout out Black Sun, bro.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Shout out Black Sun.
Because he was younger than he's younger than I am. He
Did
was
not know that actually.
Yeah, he's like a freshman at the time, and I was a junior. And yeah, he was just like hella profound for somebody that age. Like, bro, wasn't nobody at that age.
Black Sun was younger.
Yeah, dude, young, bro. He's a fucking I don't know what to call it, man. Dude's like brilliant, man. Dude's brilliant for sure.
Right,
I always thinking and shit, but he's definitely just just a different level thinker for sure. But and he been at ever since I know him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what really inspired me to get into like the spoken word aspect of it. And then I was really pushing myself as a poet, just outside of doing sports and stuff. And one of the homies, man, D Hemp, he go by Noetic, and he just was like, bro, you never thought about like, you know what I'm saying, rapping? You got a good voice. And I was just like, nah, man, I can't do it over the beat. You know, that's hard to do it over the beat. He's like, well, you know, like rap ain't nothing but rhythm and poetry. And I never knew that that's what rap stood for.
Uh-huh.
And after that, I was just like, damn. I was like, well, I will try it. And I tried it and like heard myself on wax for the first time. It was trash, but like it was addictive to hear myself back. Cause it's like
Yeah.
you think you sound like one way, then you sound totally different. It's just like, oh shit, that's kind of tight. So that's what that was. And so then moving on forward, when I got in college, one of the homies, uh, Marquise, when I was at Trevega, he kind of like gave me the name, Chuck Indigo, before I was ever rapping and doing anything
Really?
like that. Yeah, like I was still doing my little poetry thing on the side, but like I was really just focused on the basketball shit. He just one day called me like, Chuck Indigo, what you about to do? And I looked back at him, just laughed and kept it moving. And 2 years later, when I just decided that I was gonna just actually start trying to do music for real, this was like 2015. Um, yeah, I just started using that name because I was rapping with the homie Nico Stockton at the time.
Yes, sir.
Then I moved to Alabama, met the homie Chef Cam, and that's kind of when I really like just locked in all the way, like on some just
When did you move to Alabama?
2016, 15, end of 2015.
Okay, yeah,
Like it was
okay,
August of 2015.
okay,
Yeah, I had transferred from Tribeca. Yeah.
Playing ball?
Yeah.
Wow. So you
No,
finished
wait a minute, 2014. Damn, I'm tripping because I graduated
16?
2012 from high school.
Correct.
And so 2012, 2013, I was at Tribeca. 13, 14, I was there. Yeah, 14, 15 was my first year in Alabama. So yeah,
Damn.
2014.
How did your because the athletes, especially playing at we pretty much played at the highest level, right? In college ball. So how did your work ethic translate to your music creation?
Man, so look, I'm gonna be real. They looking at it, they really translate evenly, but it's not in a great way. I'll be honest. So like, and you know, you saw me hoop growing up and stuff. Like, you feel me?
Cold though.
I could hoop, you know what I'm saying?
Cold.
So like, but I took basketball a lot more serious earlier on, as far as just when I first started, because it was that love is so pure for it, you know what I'm saying? And when I got to college, it was like I didn't have no desires to play pro for real. So like, you know what I mean? Like once I got to college, I was pretty content with where I was. And also I saw that like the work ethic that you just had to have bare minimum to even survive was sufficient enough for my skill set for me to like be able to play and do well. You know what I mean? Because like I was already pretty much better than a lot of the players on my team. I started my freshman year, so I knew I was good, but it was like, hell, I'm in the gym now here, mandatory, more than I ever had to be just on my own. So it's like, this is already doing more for me. You know what I'm saying? But like, I wasn't on no, like, getting no extra shots up or no shit like that. And like, I don't know, with music, it's a lot more of like inspiration based for me. It's trying to fight. I'm trying to fight out of that. You know what I'm saying? To where, I'm getting reps up to get reps up. I think a lot of it too is just the perfectionist side of me, wanting the music to be so perfect and sound certain ways, and wanting the message to be received a certain way that like, I don't know, I might like stagnate I guess my growth sometimes as an artist, because it's like I might be too long on a song, or too, you know what I mean, something like that. So I mean, I would say they correlate in that sense, but at the same time too, like I never really looked at music in a competitive light. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I approach it, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I never really looked at it as like something necessarily like to get better at or be the best at or anything like that. So it was just always like feeling like I'm gonna step to the page, or I'm gonna step to the mic when I feel compelled to say something that is compelling. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Dang, I think we have very similar approaches to it.
Yeah.
Because your sound is very unique. I remember the show that we did a couple of years ago, almost. Jesus, that's crazy.
Yeah.
At
The back alley or the back room or something.
Back corner. Back corner.
Yeah.
And my dad loves your music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the homie.
Yeah, my dad loves your music, and it's like, he's like, just something about Chuck's voice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That he
Yeah,
love.
yeah.
And it's very distinct, it's very familiar.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think with that familiarity and everything that you just described about how you approach it, it shows. It bleeds through. It's very
Yeah.
authentic.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's very much so appreciated. From
Yeah.
especially from artist to artist. It's like, bro, I admire like what you do. So out of all of your projects, which one is your particular favorite?
Man, I'm gonna say Indigo Cafe. That's my baby. I ain't gonna lie. And not even just for like the music reasons, more so. It's just more so like that was like the first project that um I took my time on. It's a lot of people's introduction to me. You know what I'm saying? I felt like it was what um I guess kind of like garnered some level of respect locally. That was always my thing. Like because locally, you know, Nashville's a small city. And when everybody know you for one thing, you know what I mean, know you as a hooper, or you don't hoop no more. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to be a rapper. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you know, and then people have their you know, their ideas of what a rapper should be and what he should look like and all of this. And so it was a lot of the early stuff was me like fighting to just I'm like I sound mad when I'm rapping and I got so much to say because I'm trying to like prove to everybody that I can rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you feel me? And then like whole time what ended up happening is like I realized people weren't like necessarily gravitating so much to the skill. They would recognize it, but they were like more so gravitating to like the feeling of it, like of how it was coming off, what I was saying and shit. And that just made me be like, well shit, I ain't got nothing to really whatever. So when Indigo Cafe came, it was like I had this idea in mind and just like my whole like objective was just execute at a high level, like execute at a high level. Cause it's like, it don't matter how much you do. It's just about how well you do the one thing or whatever it is you're doing. So it's like with that, I just wanted it to be exactly what I wanted. And like, that I don't have no regrets about that project. Like I don't listen to it and add no extra harmonies or but like, you know, little shit like it, like, you know what I mean? Like No More Bad Days is definitely still what I wanted it to be, but you know, I do sometimes listen back to that and be like, you know, wishing I could have tweaked this a little. You know, it might be a small thing, but like Indigo Cafe is definitely one of those things like, yeah, it's exactly how I want it to be. Like,
hold on to that thought. We're about to take a break. We'll be back in a minute, man.
Hello, I'm Shekinah with MassCtv, and I'm standing here with Deja and Shannon with From Your Father.
At From Your Father, we empower women and youth in fatherless families to reach their greatest potential through mentoring, programs, and the love of Jesus Christ. We accomplish this through our unique and innovative Go Love program. We create custom boxes based on what each family needs each month, and we deliver it to their doorsteps.
These programs prevent mothers from having to try and find transportation to access resources, and children from missing out on resources if their parents can't access the help.
Inside the boxes, we provide various items as well as fresh organic produce each month. We have Zoom cooking classes, financial empowerment sessions, and group spiritual empowerment sessions each month.
Our purpose is to let fatherless families know that they have a Heavenly Father who loves them so much, that He will never leave or walk out on them like earthly fathers do, that He will never let them down and make promises that He won't keep, to give them all the resources that they need to thrive, and to let them know that it's from your Father.
People can support by giving a donation or volunteering. To donate, they can Cash App From Your Father 1 or on our website www.fromyourfather.org. To volunteer, they can sign up to help pack boxes at Hands on Nashville. Come out and help deliver to families and sign up to be a male mentor.
So we're back. My boy, Chuck Indigo. It's funny, like off the camera, we were just, chatting it up a little bit about being, being authentic and creating creating a new vibe. So like, which direction are you going now as far as like?
Man, just being more vulnerable, bro. Vulnerable, and just trying to just find a way to mesh who I am at my most natural self, you know what I'm saying, my most natural level. And I guess bridge, like find out what that means, like what that sounds like sonically, like how to translate that sonically, musically. Cause in so many ways, like I felt like in the past with past projects, I've been able to inject myself into the music, but in a way that is more so that it's adding towards the overall message of the project or song or whatever, and not necessarily something that's just me telling my story, so to speak. And that's kind of what I want to get into, is just telling my story and just like having people like know who I am, and just like speaking about experiences and like that don't really always carry so much seriousness, man. And just I guess like, you know what I mean, like bro, life is hell right now. Like it's a lot of stuff going on. And I think a lot of people are already aware, and making people hyper aware of it don't really seem to do much good anymore.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and so it's
God,
like I feel like it's a perfect time to pivot away from that. Like No More Bad Days for me wasn't so much as message driven as it was, I guess, like it's something I needed to get off. You know what I'm saying? It was how I was feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like,
which is incredible. Like,
yeah.
I admire your storytelling and how you're able to coincide, like even like your song list on how you put that together is like everything just fell straight in line, perfectly.
Thank you.
You have a great knack for doing that on top of your skill set,
Thank
bro.
you.
I just want to give you your flowers
Thank
while
you.
you're saying
Yeah,
that.
that's something big. I mean, that's something big. I like. That's a big, big part of like, just music making to me too. Cause I mean, the people I look up to are like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, Kendrick is somebody who I always felt like was like a master at like crafting bodies of work. Like, and that was something I always wanted to do, was like make bodies of work that like you don't necessarily skip to one song that you like. You may, but like more than not, you just gonna play it top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, like that was a lot of the thinking, but now it's just getting to this place of just making something where it just universally vibes, man. Where it ain't, you feel me? You ain't gotta stiffen up or feel, listen in too hard, or feel like, you know what I mean, or feel no type of ways. Cause I mean, some of those messages like even still to this day make me like, I did a show at Alley Taps like 2-3 weeks ago, and just to be in front of like all them white folk, you know what I'm saying, like talking about the blackest of things, you know what I'm saying, still is like I'm hesitant in like the inside to do it, you know what I'm saying, but this is like it has to be done. You feel what I'm saying? And on top of it, it's like in that hesitance, I often question myself, like, why do you feel hesitant? And then it's just like a further reminder of like how the system has kind of just got us like kind of like fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But I done got off a tangent on that.
No,
but yeah, it's just wanting to get wanting to relate to people to more human issues and just more personal issues that ain't always got to be so deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. So you mentioned Kendrick is one of your influences. Who are like other influences as far as you developing your skill set as an MC?
Man, so as far as developing my skill set as an MC, a lot of those are like more local. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
Petty, that's my guy. He's like
Petty.
Hey,
one of the best rappers alive.
Bro, nah, like real talk.
People like no cap. Like, I will say that, and people look at me crazy.
Mainstream underground. I don't care.
It don't matter. It don't matter, right? Okay. If it's like if you know, you know. Like,
if you know, you know. But yeah, Petty, Namir, It's one of them other ones.
Incredible.
Like, I was telling him this other day, bro. Like, he's one of them ones that just skill wise, it's just
he's
like, you know what I mean? It's like wizardry. You know what I'm saying?
It is, bro. That's a perfect description.
And it's
that's
like,
a perfect description for it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different elements around here. I mean, Brown, like if you want to
Yes.
learn how to flow on a beat, like go to Brown's School of Flow. You know what I'm saying? If you want to learn how to, like, you feel me, like craft an album and be very meticulous, go holler at Road. Like, cause it's like, bro, if you haven't heard no Road, like, bro, that project is like,
it's bro, the way he crafted that was incredible.
Nah,
bro.
for sure. And it's just like a lot of them different influences, like as far like I even, like I said, like Black influencing me to, like, even just, he didn't even realize it at the time, but just influencing me to, like, start writing and just doing shit like that. Like a lot of those influences come from here, but on more of the cultural, like impactful side of things, like as far as persona and just who they are and what they mean, like to the world, I guess, like, you know, Kendrick, Cole, Crit, them like the main three that I started off with, like as far as when I got into like rap heavily, outside of just my desire to try to rap myself, it was just like, nah, they were some of the first ones I heard that was like, that made me feel cool to listen to. You know what I'm saying? And shit.
Yeah,
when you get your first whip and you finally like drive out the driveway and you yank that motherfucking volume up. And it's like, it's like, them was some of the first ones. Anderson .Paak, that's somebody
incredible,
newer.
Incredible.
Yeah, like he definitely inspired like just me to like really embrace my singing voice more and just try to like blend that more into the music. He was a big influence. And then a lot of old stuff just growing up in like gospel. Like my dad grew up playing like a lot of like randomly Al Jarreau and like Peebo Bryson and man, Rick James, Prince, all over the place, man.
That's crazy.
Just a lot of funk and a lot of soul music and shit like that. And then my mama was all gospel, so you know, Smokey Norfolk, Yolanda Adams, Kirk Franklin, Hezekiah Walker, Paul Morton, just a lot of shit like that. So
all over the place.
Yeah, for sure.
Make it into one.
But like rap was really on the tail end of all that though.
You know
what I'm saying? Like,
and I think that's what makes it tight though.
Yeah, all the other shit came before that. So it was like when I started listening to rap, like the rap that I gravitated to was the shit that was more representative of that. So still had elements of that. And it that was still what you would consider like, well, what some people say was that's good music, I guess you would say, like, which I like it all. But you feel me? Like that was more so like the lyrical shit, the more, you know, conscious shit and the more just musical stuff. Like even the Roots was something I was big into, Common, like that shit like that. So
I'm about to say like I can definitely hear that. Favorite Crit project, mixtape or album?
Forever and a Day.
Forever and a Day. Mine is Return to Forever.
I
was introduced to Crit, and then I was introduced to Crit with that project, and then I went back to Crit was here.
Yeah,
and then Forever and a Day came.
See,
out.
Crit was here. I was gonna say that was it, but I ain't gonna lie. Forever and a Day.
That was incredible. That's the one with Booby Miles on it, ain't it? Yeah. That's my favorite song.
Yeah, man. That and then
it's so soulful.
Is it King Remembered in Time?
That was a great project too. That was a great mixtape too.
Yeah, that's the one with Banana Clip Theory on it. That shit,
sir.
That one, that actually might be my one, and then Forever and a Day might be my number two. Cause I ain't gonna lie, Crit was in his bag.
Yeah, he was.
He was in a bag.
He was in a bag. And he doesn't get his flowers as I feel like he should.
Nah.
I think so with that, that's a good segue. How do you view Southern lyricists? Like and not how do you view it? It's like, how do you think other people view Southern lyricists? That's around the. Say it again. Yeah.
I think other people view it as like some type of I guess like sub-genre of lyricism or some shit, if you want to call it that, for lack of better terms, or like, or where it's like it's not considered like, okay, well, you got like these are the lyricists and then these are the Southern lyricists. You know
right.
In the same
and
way,
it's always been like that.
Yeah, in the same way that people try to separate like who's the best rapper and who's the best female rapper or something like that. It's like that type of asterisk almost. It's like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I look at it. But for me personally, like And maybe it's because I'm from the South. I just think like then the same thing with everything else, but our food, our women, I think everything else, we just have more flavor. And it's we really have like a slicker type of like, you feel me, dialect. So I think
so we can blend words differently than they do over north and then out west. Like the way we say things,
it's so slick, bro.
I can rhyme on with wrong.
You feel me?
They can't do that.
They can't do that. You know,
they can't do that by the way they talk.
Yeah, and it's just I think I don't know. I mean, I'm partial to Southern lyricists. Like
I am too.
My favorites. Now I will say, like, I noticed that I have a pattern. Like not a lot of like New York MCs are in my like even now. Like
that's fair.
My top 5, they're not even really in it. Like except for Jay-Z. That's it.
Yeah, Jigga. Yeah, I think
that's it. But everybody else is like Southern as hell or West Coast.
Stacks is mine.
Come on now.
That's easy.
Come on now. That's easy.
Petty is another.
Look, people look at me crazy when I say that, bro.
Oh, bro.
You feel me? But like, nah, that dude is really like, bro. I be telling people, bro, like short but sweet. I'm telling y'all, bro. He's out rapping your favorite rapper.
Oh,
which
easy.
Right? Is this one? He's out rapping your favorite rapper with 2 minutes at the most songs, bro.
Hey,
crazy.
So no, you, but see, you up there too though, as far as pen work.
Man,
you Bozzy.
Oh man, shout out my nigga Rod.
Yeah,
that boy old Bossy boy. Hey, listen, it comes so effortless too, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like he literally, I don't even think he knows it, but he can't even help it. He talks like that too.
I'm about to say his voice. I think it's his voice too.
Yeah, but like just the way he crafts word, he talks poetically. So it's like you feel me? Like every way, the way he structures his words is just like. And then what I love is like he does not give a damn about like not taking a breath or taking a break on the like he says exactly what he wants to say every time.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not gonna make him say anymore. Like I've heard him get on a beat and he'll say a line, and he'll just let that bitch breathe.
Yep.
And then say
pick it up and it's fire.
Like, it don't matter, bro.
And it's fire. That was saying
bro.
Like the way his whole aesthetic is like,
like
it makes it that much cooler to me because he's so comfortable.
Big facts.
And it's in the conviction and how he says it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like he ain't trying to prove nothing. Yeah. It's just like, I really ain't got nothing to prove to y'all, but I'm just over here just being me. You know what I mean? Facts. And I love that about Ron, man.
Big
like,
facts.
Just crazy. But yeah, like Explode, bro. Like you and Petty.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Now that song came crazy though, bro. Like,
hey, give me the backstory behind it.
So we were sitting on his porch, and I've always been one to like just hold my friends and shit accountable. Like I'm always gonna play devil's advocate because I don't like when I feel like we playing victim. You know what I'm saying? Or something, and not owning up to shit or whatever. But either way, we was just talking and just having those type of conversations you have on Petty's porch.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him about, me personally, just like how like before I knew him, I'm like, as a fan, bro, like I feel like you did us real rude, man. You just disappeared on us. You dropped short but sweet. You was on this run. You was on, you on TV and all this other shit. And I mean, you on the CNN. You remember he did the thing for like Samuel L. Jackson. I Can't Breathe shit. And I was like, yeah, man, I just felt like you just left everybody hanging. It was just like, forget everybody. And he was saying that like, that wasn't something that he had not heard before. That was some, I wasn't the first person to say that. And that like a lot of it had to do with things we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And like in times where basically he had felt that he that the help that he should have gave himself, he gave to other people. In a sense. And you know what I mean? That led to a deeper conversation, and we ended up leaving, and I ended up getting ready to leave, and he was just like, hey, write what you basically told me you feel. Like, write that, put that in the rap, like put that in rap form, and basically just express to me, like, from the perspective of you or a fan, like how you would feel. And I was like, bet. And like shit, I just wrote that shit really like literally from my own perspective and just how I viewed him. You know what I'm saying? Still view him
beautifully crafted.
Yeah, like just
beautifully crafted.
And it was like it was really an opportunity to really like also I feel like kind kind of say something that other people had wanted to say, because it's like, you know, it's the pillow talking for me is what I'm not a fan of, you know what I mean? And so it's just like, you feel me? Like, I know people that, like, you know, people who at least locally who have followed the scene and been a part of the scene and been immersed in the scene, like, have either said that or felt that and felt some of those sentiments. And it was just like, I just wanted to say it out loud, you know what I'm saying? And then it really just opened up an opportunity for him to even like be able to kind of like just express.
Yeah.
You feel me? What you know has deeper than just, you know what I mean? Because like a lot of people don't ask him, you know, what's going on with him personally.
Side of the story?
Exactly. It's just like, nigga, you stop dropping.
Yeah.
And woo, you know, and you know, yeah. It ain't all on him.
So. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I think as people, what you just explained, I feel like a lot of clarity eradicates confusion.
Yeah.
When it comes to that stuff. Everybody got their own story when it comes to that. And I feel like that particular record, like, was the epitome, like, of that.
Nah, facts.
You know what I mean?
Nah, facts. Because I mean, bro, man, to each his own. I mean, and it just don't. This may not apply for everybody, but I feel like a lot of cats locally on the scene who rap have been influenced by him in some way, because, you know, I know a lot of people in my generation. It's no disrespect to, you know, Buck or Jelly Roll and none of them, but like we don't resonate with that as well. You know what I'm saying? But like for us, you can see yourself in him, because you know what I mean. I'm from the out east. He from out east, and it's like for him to be as gifted as he is with the pen, it was like it's inspiring for a lot. Like if you notice, like a lot of Nashville artists here who are doing well, like are like what you would consider lyrical artists. It's not like you know, you got a lot of the, you know, trap cats doing well too, but like he's influenced a lot of people on that side too, because he's kind of done both. You know what I mean? He's been on both ways. You know what I'm saying? In a sense. So it's just like, you know what I mean? You can't really deny his influence within the city. And yeah, I think a lot of people, because I mean, a lot of cats came to me and told me, like, bro, like when I, like even the mirror told me, like, bro, I heard that the first time on his porch and I cried, because it's like, bro, like, I know you can feel that, bro, because like he was doing it before a lot of us, like, either took the step off the porch or like or just starting to do it. You know what I'm saying? He had already kind of been neck deep in it for a while. So
for sure. Damn, bro.
Respect to my man Petty. Man.
Oh, for sure. That's my guy, man. That's my guy. Jeez, man. So, like, in moving forward, like, what would you tell Chuck Indigo, like, a few years ago when you started? Like, what would be the best advice you give him? You know, before. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
What would I tell Chuck? Well, me. Man, I would tell me. Don't waste your energy on being discouraged. Definitely. That's probably the one right there. Just out the strength of like looking back on it, like, cause like I was sitting there thinking through it when you asked. That was a great question, by the way. But like, just sitting there thinking about that question, like, that's the only thing. Cause I don't have no regrets. Like I realized, like looking back, I made some dumb mistakes. I you know, I done lost money trying to perform, lost money traveling, lost money on equipment. You know what I mean? Nigga got shit stolen out my car. Nigga missed bills, all type of shit. But it's like I also them was learning curves. But like I think just having the knowing now that like those were like steps I had to take or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Sacrifices and things I had to go through in order to get to where I'm trying to go. It's like if I just wouldn't have let them take such a toll on my energy, or take such, or if I didn't spend so much energy, you know what I'm saying, being down about it or thinking about it or beating myself up about that, I don't even like to think like this, but might be, or I could be farther along. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like those type of things. Also, they just take away from your overall mission. It's like, because when the mission is like the primary goal, bro, like you really can't especially when it's like when your purpose bigger than you. You feel me? Like you can't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Boy,
like
that's
all your energy gotta be like directed towards. You feel me? Towards the purpose, or otherwise it's like it's not gonna hit the same. So
a bar. Well, we're gonna take our last break. We're gonna take our last break. We'll be back in a minute.
What's up? It's your girl Big Ange from MassCtv, and I'm here at Live Above, about to get cute. I mean, well, you know, I'm already cute, but if you're trying to get cute like me, head on over to liveabove.co and use our promo code MassCtv for 10% off your purchase of 40 and above. Live Above has fashionable designs for men and for my ladies. So head on over to liveabove.co and use our promo code. That's MassCtv, MassCtv.
When you support our partners, you support the vision of MassCtv. Head over to liveabove.co, use our promo code MassCtv for 10% off your purchase of 40 or above. Remember, everything you do should be legendary.
Yo, so we back. I have a question. So what do you think it'll take for Nashville's hip hop scene to grow exponentially?
I think it takes a collective, I guess, raising of the bar. You want to call it that?
Okay.
I think the biggest thing that I see in Nashville is not a lack of. Well, I don't know. I see it as this. It's that Nashville is an artist town, an artist and like a writer's town. So when you go to shows, about 80% of the audience is gonna be an artist. And so that's cool and all, but it's hard in technicality when your competition is your friends or your fans. If that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
And not competition is then you're competing, but I mean, in a sense, like we all trying to get on. You dig what I'm saying? And so having people who trying to get on in the crowd don't really help you by just, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so I just think when I say a collective raising of the bar, it's just like everybody doing more to push their brands harder in order to, you know, grow their fan bases. Because ultimately, I mean, that's the way like Nashville will get notoriety, is by having other people in other places outside of Nashville talk about what's going on.
Absolutely.
You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so it's like, you know, that's the biggest thing, is just getting out and growing our fan bases past Davidson County and Boston County lines, and getting out here and touching these different cities and stuff like that, and showing them like that, you know, it's more to Nashville than just, because I mean, I see it all the time, and I've gone to do shows in North Carolina and LA and different places like that. And, you know, say we go kill the show, and, you know, I may leave a show 20, 30, 40 more followers, right? And say 10 to 15 of them DM me or whatever and telling me they think I'm dope, where you from? And I'm like, Nashville. I ain't like, word, I didn't even know y'all had rap music down there. I'm like, oh, you tripping? Well, let me put you on. And I'm putting them on to people. And it's like, now I'm seeing some of them same people interacting with some of the homies on the timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like saying, oh, this project is dope. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the biggest thing, is just getting out and just like I said, just spreading it out past the state lines.
Yeah, because we have so many talented artists, bro. It's always been baffling to me to not see that on a grand scale, as in Atlanta, as a Houston, Texas, as a LA, as a New York. Of course, New York is where hip hop is originated, but you know what I'm saying, or Chicago, you know what I'm saying? So it's always been like unique to me, and just for the simple fact that Nashville wasn't called Music City because of country music.
You feel me? This is the black folk helping them coin that term. So it's just like, well, technically, we was the reason that the queen said.
Correct.
Did you feel me? But
yes. So it's that's always been very much so unique to me. So who's your no? You know what? Better question. If you had a name for your own genre of music, what would you call it?
That's a damn good question. Damn. Man, this may be trash. I'm gonna say End of Soul.
I feel like it's tight.
End of Soul. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it's like it ain't indigo, but it's End of
End of
Soul.
Soul.
Because if you
Yeah.
miss,
Yeah, it's End
that's
of
what I'm
Soul.
gonna call it. Or
I feel like
Indigo
it's tight.
Soul. No, I like End of Soul.
End of Soul
End of
is
Soul.
that's the one.
I like that. We're gonna stick with that.
And it's
For
so
sure.
I'm about to say so many word flips, name flips you can do with that. It's crazy.
Nah, for sure.
That's tight, man. That's tight. So what's one of your favorite what's one of your favorite songs that you've ever created? And why?
It's unreleased.
Oh, it's unreleased. I
For
wasn't hearing
sure.
you.
No, the song unreleased.
Oh, unreleased. You
Yeah.
got you.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I said unreleased. It's untitled. I said unreleased.
Untitled, okay.
That's the name of the song. That's probably one of my favorite Jones. That between that and Grown Ass Kid, and
Oh,
two like
yeah,
those two
yeah,
like
it's
little
hard.
SoundCloud joints. But yeah, between those two, cause the story is funny as hell about how we made Grown Ass Kid. Cause like I had made the beat and Moves, DJ Mad Moves.
Yeah,
He was my
Shout out Mad Moves, man.
yeah,
That's
that's
my
my
guy.
guy, man. But he was my roommate at the time, and you know what I'm saying. He was working like kind of late at the time, so he would come when he come in, like he'd just be tired or whatever.
Mhm.
So he'd be in his room a lot, and while he was in his room, I'm recording this song. And mind you, like I got the headphones on, so he can't hear the music. All he just hears me like belting at the like I don't want to grow up. He just hear me doing that shit.
Yeah.
And he come downstairs and like he like, bro, are you good, bro? And I'm like, bro, yes, bro. Like, and so just that story alone, and then just honestly like the song itself, I just like the song a lot. Cause that was my first time just kind of like experimenting with some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
no
kind
doubt.
of just throwing any just kind of reckless abandon, just trying some shit and not being scared. So
How did Third Eye come about?
man,
Because y'all's whole crew is one talented, but the way y'all got everything structured is so tough, so dope to me.
man, appreciate that. It's still a work in progress for sure, but so it generated with initially an idea I had when I first started doing Indigo Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Me and the homies that I always talked about, you feel me, like um, just doing business together and getting money together, like come blowing, blowing up together.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was like, man, it'd be cool to like, I guess in a sense, take on the industry with your homies, like, cause like signing a record deal wasn't necessarily something we was interested in. We was more so interested in like building something up, you know what I mean? And then eventually, like, once we, get leverage, you know what I'm saying? Trying to, you feel me, maybe partner with somebody or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But came up with the idea of Third Eye as far as the name. And a lot of that just aligned with my own personal brand.
Mm-hmm.
But came up with that name. And then I just hit up the homies. I hit up Ron Obasi, my homie Chris, C Will, C Will,
Mm-hmm.
Chef Cam, and then the homie Strames. Because, you know what I'm saying, them is like some of my tightest friends as far as, when it comes to like music and shit too.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And so, yeah, man, I hit them up and asked them to be a part of this with me. And they were down, and we just started. We took like 6 to 7 months just planning, like figuring out the structure of the LLC, figuring out the structure of just the actual how we would run the business and how we would try to structure it, figuring out just how, setting up our publishing and all that different shit. And that was like I said, like about a 6 to 8 month process. It's something we still, constantly working on, learning and getting working the kinks out. But we was just really willing to be our own like guinea pigs and wanted to just control our fate. And we felt like the best way to protect each other in doing that and trying to walk this, this independent route, it was just doing it together. You know what I'm saying? Because we trust each other. And as far as with everybody that's a part, outside of them 5 or them 4 that I just named, like you know, with Poochie, well, Jodeci.
Y'all pulling
Yeah,
everybody.
Jodeci though, but
Yeah.
Jodeci, Jordan
Yeah.
Hicks, Ryan, Demo. Um, yeah, is that all? I feel like I'm missing one. I feel like that's all right now. I might be missing one. Yeah, but yeah, just with all them, man, you feel me? All Coleman, you know what I'm saying? Jet, all them, just everybody that's a part, sick. We just all, at the time I just saw a common theme amongst everybody, and it was that we was all talented, but it seemed to me that nobody kind of knew how to get to the next step or where to go. You know what I mean? Like it was just like we were kind of just relying on our talents to just kind of make room for us. And so it was just like, for me, I felt like it was something to do that could give us something to work towards together and to have, you know, to build on with each other. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like we all collectively had enough individual networks to where we start pushing our music together and each of us post each other's shit and like each other and just, you know, putting other people on to each other's shit, like, you know, to start making a wave. And that's just kind of what it did, you know, over the past year. And now we just kind of on some just figuring out how we can, like, you know, level it up, you know what I'm saying, taking our time and just going back to the drawing board and shit.
That's a beautiful sight to see. I'm gonna ask you one more question before we end this. All right, outside
Is that
of
rain, bro?
Oh,
okay.
Outside of local artists or any artist that you work with, what would be one producer, one hip hop artist, and one either soul or R&B singer that you do a collab album with? All time, anybody.
Producer,
hip hop artist, and vocalist.
Producer, producer, man, that's tough. I got a lot of producers I really, really like that shit. That's tough. See, these are the type of questions that I battle with because I could say something. I could say somebody who's like really, really high up on the list type shit, like as far as like they're really, really big.
Yeah.
And it's like it may take a while to link with them. You know what I'm saying? But I could say somebody who's a little lower than that, and possibly set myself up for some success. You know, they might see this and DM me. So I don't really know.
Well, go with whatever you feel is more accessible. How about that?
That's what I'm saying.
That's understandable.
Oh man. Okay.
Or you can do one of each. You can do somebody.
Okay. If I had like a superstar team to put together,
superstar,
superstar, and then more immediate, like somebody that like I want to work with.
Let's
like,
do two of them
soon, within the next year or so. Okay, so we're gonna go with Knowledge.
Okay. Oh, fire.
Yeah, need him.
Knowledge is fire. Yeah,
cold.
Knowledge is fire.
We're gonna get him to produce. We're gonna get man, we gotta get Kendrick. We gotta get K-Dot. We gotta get K-Dot.
K-Dot, okay.
We gotta get K-Dot. And then singer, man.
And male or female?
Jasmine Sullivan for sure.
Beautiful.
I've been listening to her a lot lately, so that would change. It may change the next time you ask me that.
Yeah.
But Jasmine Sullivan for right now, her, she's incredible. Okay, and then on the second one, I'll make this quick. Stolen Drums. I don't know if you know who that is.
Stolen Drums.
He's hard. It's just STLNDRMS.
Okay.
On everything. He's hard. He's kind of cut from that Knowledge cloth, but hard. Okay. Stolen Drums, Deontay Hitchcock.
Cold.
And singer would probably be I'm a big Ari fan right now, but I don't want to say Ari, that's too easy. What's that girl's name I just found out about? You know what? No, take that back. Can I just, they're a group, but it's a primary singer, Hiatus Coyote. I feel like that'd be a really crazy album.
Okay.
Stolen Drums, Hiatus Coyote, Deontay Hitchcock, and Chuck Indigo. That would be
that'd be a freaking fire.
That sounds great. I don't even know what that would sound like. But them is just a lot of people I've been listening to a lot lately too. That I'm just vibing with that shit. So, who used it? Damn. Anderson .Paak used one of their samples, and Drake.
Okay, bet that.
Yeah.
Dang. All right, well, we about to come to an end. Chuck, give them where they can reach you, you know, where they can find your music, and what other events or anything you have coming up next.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Chuck Indigo. That's IAMCHUCKINDIGO. You follow me there. Follow the Third Eye Squad at Third Eye and Co. So THIRDEYENCO, and that's on everything. And as of right now, you know what I'm saying, I don't really have anything coming up. We just working on the album, and trying to get some new music and stuff out there for the people. Working on some videos for No More Bad Days and Indigo Cafe. And that's mainly it right now. But just working on videos, and then just trying to craft this album till it sounds right. So that's it.
Perfect. Well, I'm gonna reach out my hand.
My God.
Brother, man, it's a pleasure.
My God.
I appreciate you. It's funny, like down south, we always do the snap after.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just
I never learned how to snap with my right hand though, so I always snap with my left.
You always snap with your left
every time. I don't know why. It just hits better
unique.
because the right hand just. You hear that one? You hear that one? They don't.
Yeah.
That left right
hit
though.
Different.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's
but
it.
Yeah, man, I am AC Noel. Just reach me on all streaming platforms, AC Noel, as well as Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at ACNOEL. This is Coolin. Get at you soon. Holla.